welcome you. Come on in, come have a seat. Today I'm doing some coverage on Amberlynn's recent live streams, which I hate. She's been going live every day in November. I think that's her goal. And girl's been doing it. We gotta give her that. She's been showing up every day. So I wanna just go through and hit some points throughout this week so far, a little over a week, of the things she's been talking about in her lives. I'm not gonna react to the actual live streams, that would take forever. So I just have some clips and some notes on things that I want to talk about that I thought were interesting. Yeah, so it's gonna be really chill. We're just hanging out, we're talking about Amberlynn's lives, and yeah, so stick around, let's get started. Do forgive me ahead of time because I do have a little cold that I'm kind of still getting over, so just bear with me. My throat gets a little when I'm talking too much. You know how it is. All right, I hope you guys had a great weekend, by the way. Happy Monday. Let's get into some things I wanted to talk about. So the first live stream I want to talk about is from November 6th. Some things that she said that she never ceases to amaze me with. She has to jump through hoops to convince herself that she's a good person. And it shows, you know, the thinking, the mental gymnastics we're doing to make ourselves seem kind and normal. It's just crazy. One thing she said that stuck out to me: it's not up to me to make you guys believe me.
Girl, you lied before, why should we trust you? I completely understand that, but it's not up for me to make you guys believe me, you know?
And that is true. It really isn't up to her, I guess. But the fact of the matter is that she lies all the time, and she lies to her audience all the time. And so that is why they don't believe her, why we don't believe her. It's it doesn't come from nothing, it comes from you. And building trust with your audience again is gonna take so much, you know what I mean? It's gonna be really hard to do. And she doesn't even want to start that process of, you know, making things better in her with her audience. It's crazy because it's these are the people paying your bills, you know? You have to make an effort for them. It's crazy, but you won't even make an effort for anybody, you know? She's left her members hanging for months. This is the first time she's been consistent about anything on her channel in a very long time. No vlogs since July. Dude, it's so embarrassing. Also, she says, just based on what happened with Rachel and everything, she says that she doesn't believe people can be canceled.
That Rachel is officially canceled. No, I don't. I don't believe in cancel culture. And when someone's canceled, they get more views, they get more money. So it actually works in the person's favor.
And cancel culture is a complex subject for sure. I think that if someone has done something egregious, then canceling them is the closest we could get to some social justice. But at the same time, for people like Amberlynn on the internet, she has essentially gotten away with a lot of the horrible things that she has done. And I think for Amber, the reason that is because she's just a notorious subject in the first place. She's known for being not a great person. So that's why she could keep her channel going, because people tune in for her horrible behavior. So you can't really cancel Amber. In relation to Rachel, Rachel is not canceled in any way. I think she made a really big mistake and she did not such cool things and she made herself look pretty bad, honestly. But you know, I don't think she's canceled. I think she could go away for a while and then come back, and whoever sticks around, you know? So, I don't know. It's really interesting. And it also depends on the person. For example, Trisha Paytas, I mean, she's said and done a lot of egregious things as well on her channel and so on. So, but now it's, the public perception of Trisha has really changed. And it does seem like she's done a lot of work on herself, which is great. But bear in mind, not everyone has forgiven Trisha. You know, so it's interesting. It's for some people, if they do something egregious online and they're canceled, they are gone. For Shane Dawson, I mean,
all of this and be accountable is worth losing everything to me.
I mean, yeah, he still posts and stuff, but he was huge on YouTube. It ruined his career, being canceled. And I think he was rightfully canceled because he's a weirdo. He turned out to be a weirdo, and that's what happens. So I don't know. It's really complicated, but for people like Amber, she can't be canceled, of course. She's notorious Amber. All right, next up. She will not address her community tab post. the one where she kind of like backtracked on all the stuff she said about Emily. I just like, I don't even care because they're back together and we all know it. And it's obvious in all of these lives that they're still talking, that they're back together. And she's like, I'm single as a Pringle. I'm like so single. Like, what are you talking about? I was single. Like, that's how you know. Like, when she has that like smug confidence, you know she's with Emily because that's what they bring out in each other. And honestly, have fun with that and good luck. We all know it's gonna end badly. We all know there's gonna be more craziness happening. The longer she's with Emily, I think the more awful rumors and terrible things are gonna be coming out about her because Emily loves to play that game. So good luck, girl. But she's not gonna address the community tab posts, and I mean, what's there to say? Honestly, she's deleted all her lives where she was going off about Emily, and she writes that post like it's our fault that Emily has a bad reputation on the internet when she had said some pretty egregious things in those live streams that are now deleted, but as we know, the internet is forever. But it's just typical Amber stuff. Like, it's actually your guys' fault that Emily has a bad reputation. It's not like our behavior on the internet. No, it's not us. It's you guys. It's you guys. And no, I won't be talking about that. Also, she starts talking about like seafood boils. And she's like, thanks for the money. I'm gonna like get myself a seafood boil. Like, oh.
That's gonna go to my seafood boil fund. Thank you.
And she tells us that she spends almost or over $100 on seafood boil.
How much is a seafood boil? So if I order it, it's usually like over 100. Because the fees and the this and the that, and I like to get shrimp as well. And
what on earth? Like, can we please think about what we're doing? $100, 100 in this economy on one single meal. I can't. That's all I have to say about that. Pretending to care about Twinkie. That was one of my big notes here.
I love you. It's a Twinkie story. It's a widow.
Twinkles, come here, Twinkles. I don't know, when she talks like that to her pets, like, it seems so fake and put on because it is. She doesn't actually give a damn. And she won't show Twink's nails. And from what I could see on Twinkie, there's this little part inside a dog's nail. My dog's over here, but I won't imagine if I was like, look, there's this little like nerve inside of a dog's nails called the quick, and the longer you go without trimming their nails, that quick gets longer and longer, so you can't trim off as much if you're not constantly maintaining the nail. So she has to be really careful if she does it herself, clipping Twinkie's nails, because if she gets that nerve, that hurts them really, really bad and it can bleed a lot. But this is why it's so important to maintain your dog's nails and how it is like detrimental. Also, if Twinkie can't feel her pads, like if her nails are getting so long that she can't step on the ground using her little pads, it's just not healthy for her walking, for her gait, her stride. It's like the nails are making it difficult for her to walk. And if she's already an older dog with bad joints, you do not want that. There's just so many reasons why she should be maintaining her dogs in general, her dog. But, just using your baby voice saying, oh, Twinkles, is not you caring for your dog. Like, we want proof that you are actually caring for your dog. Are you getting her groomed? I know they've been to the vet like 300 times for some reason in the last year, but get her nails trimmed. Go take her to a groomer. She's a tiny dog. It's super easy. It's not that expensive. You can go to Petco. It's like $38. I have a big dog, and it's like $50 for the full like wash, blow dry, and nails and all that is. Like, just fucking do it. My God. Say, hey, Amberlynn, I need to take Twink to the groomers. Okay? Okay. Damn. Okay. More stuff. She was thinking about doing a day in the life of Amber, which would just be her getting up and eating. She talks about forgiving everybody.
It's like I forgive people for literally everything. Like, everything. There isn't anything someone can do to me where I'd not forgive them or not one day maybe be their friend again or one day get in a relationship with them again.
And that's absolutely not true. She'll never forgive reaction channels. She will forgive Emily, even though Emily got on the internet and trashed her to said reaction channel. She's going to forgive Emily because she's desperate for a relationship. And that's just what she does. She's so desperate that she'll stay with Emily. She'll keep forgiving her, despite the fact that Emily is the cause of most of the problems that have been happening as of late here in the Amberverse. And I cannot believe that she cannot put that together in her head. Well, I mean, I think she can, but she just has no self-respect. So, yeah. All right, so then on November 7th, I started out with shopaholic. Ha! Amber admits in this live to being a shopaholic. Okay, so I'll include the clip.
I love buying stuff. You guys know that. Like, I'm a literal shopaholic.
So Amber is a shopaholic after all this time, people trying to point that out to her, saying, Amber, we think you have an issue with shopping. Like, no, guys, no, I don't have an issue with shopping. No, me? No way. And then when this storyline is convenient for her, when it benefits her in some way, oh yeah, guys, I do have a shopping addiction. It's like, oh my God, it's so annoying. And then she goes like, what have I lied about? Like, what? It's just, she constantly forgets what she said to us. And then she makes up something completely different because she doesn't know that's what she said, that she wasn't a shopaholic. But now she's like, oh, I am, because she could use it to her benefit. And she's like, she doesn't think, she doesn't go, maybe I should like look back and see if I ever mentioned that. Because people have asked me that before, if I was a shopaholic. No, she doesn't even have the time to do research on her own videos, you know? It's so ridiculous. It's freaking crazy. It just annoyed me when I heard her say that, because it's just like another thing that she gaslights people about. No, I'm not a shopaholic. Banjo is sitting on my notes. Do you guys want to see? Like, ma'am, I need to read those. Also in this live stream, she makes up a bizarre story about her mom being like, hey Amber, I'm coming over, I want to just see you, I just, you know, I want to give you a hug. And Amber's like, what? I was like so confused, like, what?
So this is what we're doing. On Saturday we're doing this, Friday we're doing this, and by the way, tomorrow I'm coming over. And I was like, she never comes over, like I'm genuinely confused. She was like, I want to give you a hug, I want to check in on you. What did they knock over? You know how pets are. And I was like, something feels weird. Something just seems off because it's not part of the routine. It's not part of the pattern. I'm a very observant person. And I was like, what is she talking about? Is that bourbon? It's in a Diet Coke? No.
Why? Me and my mom don't go to each other's houses. She admits that, which is so strange. Like, why wouldn't you go to your mom's house? And why wouldn't your mom come to your house? That seems like a normal thing that mothers and daughters would do, you know, like, hey mom, you want to come over? My mom lives really far from me, but still, I mean, like, you grew up in their house. I mean, I guess not really Amber, but like, it's just weird, right? So obviously, like, there has to be something going on between them if they're not going to each other's houses, especially when they live so close and they hang out at bingo and stuff. Like, I don't know, just interesting. But she makes up this story that Mama Lynn wants to come over, and then she gets there and she's like, let me see your bed. Let me see your bed. Amber's like, again, she's like, what? You want to see my bed? Like, what's going on?
She goes, wow, your mattress protector is like pearly white. It's so clean.
This totally real story that really happened. So she goes, Mama Lynn says to Amberlynn, well, your aunt was making all these videos on her YouTube shorts saying that you had bed bugs. Because Amber was like, what? And I haven't even like watched her channel. Like, oh my God. No, definitely not. And Tammy, to be fair, like, is kind of going a little crazy with the Amber stuff, especially now that she's trying to sell merch. Like, I mean, I guess it's a little bit weird. But anyway, so that's not the point. So Mama Lynn goes and checks Amber's bed, and there's apparently no bed bugs. And also, you guys, by the way, her mattress protector is like super clean. Like, it's like pearly white. Lord knows that's the truth, you know what I mean? No, this was the 7th. What I was talking about was just the 7th, okay? And those are the only interesting things. She did kind of talk about the picking, because in the live stream before that, I think she like accidentally lifted up her shirt, and you could like see she had more of those like little, like, they almost look like bug bites on her skin, and they're all like picked out and gross, and like the ones on her arms as well. It's like these little dots. So it doesn't seem like cat scratches. It seems like a bite, like a bug bite, you know, that she has definitely been like scratching at, because she has nails that she can scratch them with. Okay, but no, she claims that this is all rumors, and the picking that she's doing is because she has excoriation disorder and blah 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 blah. Everything's a rumor. But she's really clean. Her mattress is really clean, and all the scratches on her are from the cats and excoriation. So, okay, Amber. November 8th. She's kind of subdued. And this is right after the most recent Emily voice note dropped, where they were talking about Amber's personal hygiene when it came to using the restroom when nature calls, okay?
Did E give you bottles of bleach to clean the sink? No. Again, that's just part of the rumors, which is unfortunate.
And we all know the situation with that, right? Emily is not the first gal friend to say that there were some abnormalities in Amber's routine regarding using the restroom and just her hygiene in general, right? And listen, hygiene is one of those things where I can understand why someone might have some issues with hygiene, because, you know, I know that there are people that have certain mental health issues that make it hard for them to care for themselves. And I fully understand that. I think in Amber's case, it's really just like a matter of laziness. And also the fact that she's so big, she can't do the things that you and I would do. Because even when I was like 9 months pregnant, I had kind of a hard time. Like, I was like, okay, this is hard. Like, I couldn't trim my own toenails. I had to, you know, go get a pedicure if I wanted to like care for my feet, okay? And like, even in the bathroom, sometimes it was like, whoa, this is a little difficult. I have to try extra hard here. So I can only imagine that someone who is as large as she is, it is a hard time. And you know, when you go and live with someone and they become a constant in your life, they're going to notice your routine, okay? And she clearly didn't make Emily do the things that she had Beck doing, but, you know, anyway, either way, Emily sent a voice note to, I think, Rachel, saying like, oh, you know, here's what she would do. And I think Emily and Amber had a fight over it, and so in this November 8th live stream, she was just like really down and over it because they had just finished arguing, and they were clearly back together. I don't know if this caused them to like break up or whatever, but yeah, I mean, she was just like really down and sad. And so there you go, that like smug Amber when she's with Emily kind of just went away because they were arguing. You know, it's like you could always tell, like, based on her mood, what's going on in her life. Like, we just know her too well, you know? She's just kind of going like, yeah, it's true. Yep, I can't wait. I've never even taken a shower. I'm disgusting on this. She's like kind of doing that thing, which I think is a form of manipulation. Because it's like, you're just BSing people. Like, you're just, I don't even know how to explain it, but when someone's like, yeah, you're right, yep, it just irks me and it feels weird. And it's like, Amber, just give it up, okay? Like, the audience isn't doing this to you, it's Emily. So like, that's the girl you need to be sassy about. And I think she only came on live because she wanted somebody to talk to about this stuff, you know? Doesn't really have anyone that she could give a call and be like, oh gosh, Emily, I just got in a fight with her. But with her audience, she wants to talk about it, but she can't say everything because she has to lie to us all the time. As opposed to just being like, listen, Emily and I got back together and I didn't know that she had sent that voice note to Rachel, and now I'm like kind of pissed. You know, because everybody already knows the truth anyway, and it's really not protecting Emily at all. Emily kind of stopped the protection for herself when she started interacting with reaction channels and spilling the tea about Amber. Like, so I don't think Emily has the right to be like, I want to be off the internet, so don't talk about me. I don't think she has the right to do that, to be honest. Okay? Her talking about the rumors, it's like, everything is just a rumor. It's like, not really. It's all based off of your behavior and off of what Emily has told us in recent years, in these past few months, right? So smug with Emily, clearly had a fight. In that same live stream, she's talking about what happened with Rarity and bringing the pets to Emily. And she always says this thing, is like, well, I wouldn't leave my kids, because because people obviously have an issue with her bringing the pets in the first place when she went to Wisconsin. And remember, guys, this was like a 12-hour drive, 12 plus hours, I'm sure, from Oklahoma to Wisconsin with her elderly pets. Even without Rarity going missing, before that happened, everyone was like, please do not bring these pets. And I couldn't agree more. I think it's freaking idiotic, okay? And Amber makes up this excuse like, I wouldn't leave my kids.
They're my children. You wouldn't leave your children at home, you know?
It's like, if you had 3 children, you would not be able to go travel 12 plus hours to go see your online girlfriend in the first place. Like, if you had children, the responsibility would be so great that you would not be able to do that at all, okay? Unless you had somebody watching your children for that time. And it couldn't just be like a willy-nilly, oh, I'll be here for however long. Like, no. You'd have to have like a specific time frame, because there's no way your kids could go with you, especially if they had school and stuff and responsibilities. So like, her saying that, it's like, I had to bring them because they were my kids. Fudge out of here. It's a completely different thing, you know? And it's so annoying, because it's like, she's just trying to excuse her bad behavior and excuse the horrible things she does to her pets, because it's like, you put them in a vulnerable situation. You did not have to bring them. You could have left them there. You can afford a pet sitter. Cut it out. And stop comparing it to having actual real children, because it would be very, very different. I don't think you would have your children in your care if you had actual real children. And if you had actual real children, I think you should put their needs above your needs being, I have to be with this woman who wants me to eat myself to death. Okay, so enough with the comparisons, Am. I noted here that she has Emily on a pedestal. She keeps mentioning how hot she thinks Emily is. And like, I guess like beauty's in the eye of the beholder, of course, but like, how do you find someone hot after they said all these horrible things about you on the internet? And like, she's just not a nice person, clearly. And like, I mean, I hate to be this person, but if Rachel was flirting with Emily, like, clearly it was working. She's not a very faithful person either. It doesn't seem like if she sent a video of herself smoking to Rachel, I mean, isn't that her engaging with the flirting? Like, I just think she has Emily like up on this pedestal, like she's like the hottest girlfriend I'll ever get. And like, first of all, who cares about that stuff? And second of all, it's just not true. Emily's like, that ickiness is like clear to me in her physical appearance, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so she needs to stop doing that, because it's not real. And when you put somebody on a pedestal, you're gonna keep going back because you just think it's the best you could get. And that's what's happening. I might have these dates mixed up, okay? Don't come for me. I'm a mess. She goes into this thing where she's like, what have I done in the past few years that make me a bad person?
What have I done in the last few years that would make people truly believe I'm a bad person?
It's like, what have you done? Are you being serious right now? And I like how she adds in that, like, in the last few years. What have I done in the last few years? And it's like, she always has this time frame, like, as if everything that happened in the past is just like, she's done with that. It didn't actually happen. She's acknowledged it, so it doesn't matter. You know, and like, there's a lot of things that happen that she has not resolved. And they do matter. And they do show her character, you know what I mean? But it's like, you've abused your partners. We've seen that on your own channel. Like, you post that. Nobody else does. The neglectful nature with her pets. Her neglectful nature with her pets, just overfeeding them, not caring for them. The pee pad thing. I mean, as much as she wants to say she has pee pads now because Twinkie is elderly, that's a load of horse. She's home all day long. She's home all day. She does not leave her house. She can take Twinkie out. It's not that hard. Sorry, I had to pause to have a coughing fit. That was fun. But yeah, Amber asking, like, what have I done that makes me a bad person? Just irks me beyond belief. Because there's so much. Just so much. It's like, every time, she always says, every time I lie, it's been to protect somebody. I mean, that's just not true. Like, not true at all.
And I have lied to protect the people I loved and was in a relationship with.
There are many lies that she has told us that are not to protect anyone. The binge monster lie. Remember when she said that she was mean to Beck because she is a binge eater and the binge monster would come out and like make her evil? I guess, and that's why she was mean to Beck. That wasn't true. When she went through weight loss surgery, she said she actually never had a binge eating disorder, like during the Jade era. And she was like, yeah guys, I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never had binge eating disorder or binge eating behaviors. And everyone was like, what do you mean? Like, that was your excuse for being horrible to Beck. So yeah, so who was she protecting there? The ASMR thing, and it's not even that she said it in the first place. The lie that I have ASMR. That's fine. I don't care. That was like forever ago. In that case, I could say that was way long ago. The thing that makes it a lie, and a more recent one, is when it was brought up again in one of her interviews. Someone in her audience asked, do you like really think you have ASMR? Like, what's that about? You know? And then instead of just being like, I was lying for attention, I didn't know that what ASMR was at the time, so I just lied because I wanted people to think I was cool or different. Like, that would be nice. That would be Amber like actually being real about something, and I feel like we could let it slide and be like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it happens. You were young, you just started your YouTube channel. But instead, she goes, you guys, I was trolling. Obviously, like, you couldn't tell that I was trolling. Are you like stupid? She like gaslights us, the audience. Like we were supposed to know that was some big troll, even though it's like when she just started her channel and barely had an audience. Like, who were you trolling? You were just lying for attention. That's two very different things, but nonetheless, like, just be honest about it. Like, don't make us look stupid. Like, it's stuff like that, examples like that, that make her a bad person and why people view her in a bad way. Not to mention, just to go on and on here, because I feel like I should, who was she protecting when she made up the story about FBI Frank? Who was she protecting there? Who was she protecting when she's lied about various diagnoses? Okay, bipolar disorder, what happened to that? Like I mentioned, BED, what happened to that? There are so many, the list goes on and on and on. She claims she's been diagnosed with anxiety. But also, if you were diagnosed with anxiety disorder, oh sorry, Banjo. If you were diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, you would know that you cannot trust your intuition. Because I have anxiety and I cannot trust my intuition. Because my intuition tells me worst case scenario is happening. Okay? And anyone with generalized anxiety disorder can tell you that that's how it is. But she's like, I always trust my gut. She recently said this. I'll find the clip.
A woman's gut, bro? I know we only have 5 senses, but I genuinely think I have 6, and intuition is my 6th one.
She's like, you have to trust your gut. My gut's never wrong. It's like, what? How can you trust your gut? You're Miss Anxious. But does she not have anxiety anymore? Is that another freaking lie? Or is it just being helped because she has what she's pretending to take Zoloft? Another thing. Who was she protecting when she lied about the engagement rings? When her and Beck got engaged. Who was she protecting there? She claims it was Beck. I think not. She's mostly protecting herself in her laziness, I wrote. That's true. Banjo! So, I hate mentioning this one because I know that it's a sensitive topic, but Rain and Petal's eavesdrop, that she's now doubled down on, by the way. Who was she protecting with that? Because if anything, she's like destroyed someone's life with that. So she lies about these horrific things that nobody would really want to question because it's not a kind thing to do. It would be like kind of an asshole move to question someone's essay story. But in this case, it's like, it's so obvious that it's a lie. Like, it can be disproven, right? So lies about these horrific things, so then she can go, how dare you question me? How dare you question me? That's why she does it. Okay? She lies about these horrific things that people wouldn't dare question because she knows she can get away with it in some way. And I'm not gonna say what I wanna say, but I'm looking at you right now, and I know we're thinking of the same thing.
Oh, yep. Stay up.
So very early in the video, Amber is talking about her sexuality or sexual experiences she's had when she was a minor, essentially. It's so bizarre. It's like, why are we talking about things that you have done when you were underage? Like, how is this relevant? And especially like getting online as a 34-year-old woman and talking about sexual experiences that you had when you were essentially a child is really uncomfortable and weird.
I gave a handy to my boyfriend when I was like 16, 17 in the movie theater. And then a separate situation when I was 15, I gave 2 guys a handies at the same time. Was it big? The movie theater? Yeah. The movie theater guy? Yeah. And it was pierced. Yeah.
Not to mention, she's referencing, somebody in the chat was like, was it big? Because she was talking about sexual acts that she did in a movie theater. And she goes, yeah, and it was pierced. Like, what? Weren't you all underage? Why are we talking about someone's bits who's underage online? And why are you saying it was pierced? How is that even possible if this person was underage? Like, what on earth, Amber? I can't imagine doing that. And then, not this same live stream, she says, how are you guys calling me a bad person? After talking like this right at the start. Freaking weird, I don't get it. But then she kind of connects that situation that happened when she was a teenager to this idea that she likes to remind us about, that's men really want her.
I've had ample opportunity to go the whole way, and it just always felt so wrong. It always just felt so wrong.
Oh, I could have easily been with a guy, but like, I just don't want to be. It's like, why do you need a man's approval to like validate you? You know, it's so bizarre. It's like, you are a lesbian, okay? Only time you weren't a lesbian is when you were claiming to be bi-curious when you were with Jade, so you could bully Beck into saying that Beck was keeping you in the closet or whatever. That was the only time you've ever were questioning, which is so bizarre because now you're back over here saying, I'm a full-blown lesbian. There's just too much flip-flopping around her sexuality, and I don't want to speculate, but she does hold men's approval of her to a very high standard. And that kind of brings her into talking about having sex for 3 hours.
But with lesbians, genuinely, if you're gonna have sex, it's gonna be like 3 hours. Like, yeah, you can do quickies, but like, anytime I've been with someone, especially like my last 2 relationships, it's like 3 hours.
Like, she's like, oh, straight relationships aren't as passionate, which I don't really know. I've never been in a relationship with a woman. Boring. But the 3-hour thing, I mean, it's like she over exaggerates her sexuality, I feel like, because she feels insecure about it. Like, and like, no offense, but you can like barely walk. Like, I don't think you're doing anything for 3 hours. Like, that sounds crazy. And maybe I just don't know the dynamics or like what's going on, but like, I don't know. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. That'd be quite the workout, I imagine. But then she'll turn around and she'll be like, I don't want you guys talking about my sex life. I don't want you guys talking about my wiping. And then so she gets online and talks about sexual experiences she had as a minor and how long she has sex for and how her sexual life is so passionate and dirty. And, oh, I used to think toys were bad, but now I love using my Bazooka Gucci Blaster 9000.
Use toys? Yeah. I used to be so against toys, and like a decade ago, like I'm a completely different person than I was even a year ago, a little, you know. But I used to like say that toys were only for people who were like bored in bed. I don't fully believe that.
Like, that's totally fine. Okay, whatever. Sure, girl. Live your truth. She brings up some of the legal issues around gay marriage that we're having because of Trump's presidency.
Like, being a lesbian, I understand, like, it's been hard for us folks, and they're trying to take like gay marriage away and shit all over again. Like, come on, it's 2025 fixing to be 2026. Like, this is ridiculous. But
and I just think it's so interesting to me. And she's like, it's 2025, like, what are we doing? It's like, right, Amber, like, if you think about it, we're going backwards. What's happening is really bad. It's really bad, okay? And you know what Amber could do to help her LGBTQ plus brothers and sisters? She could, let's all say it together, vote. She could vote, which she refuses to do. So there's that. She's talking about the no showering thing, and she's like, obviously I shower. Like what? Like, my hair wouldn't be like long and healthy. It's like, girl, first of all, your hair is long because you can't go get a haircut. Okay. Like, I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean like, you won't go get a haircut. Like, you just won't do that for various reasons, I'm sure. I'm sure the hygiene thing is a part of it. Those, you know, salon chairs, they have handles on them. She's just like, obviously I wash my, like, it's like, not obviously. She's like, you know, you guys have seen my bonnet. I just like, just because my hair is greasy doesn't mean I don't wash my, it's like, that's not the point, girl. That's not the point. It's just been a known fact that your hygiene isn't so great, and everyone, not just one, not just two, 3 girlfriends have told us that you have issues with your hygiene, okay? That's why people think that. You also got online not that long ago and said that you didn't shower for an entire year. You told us that. Again, with the gaslighting, like, why do people think I don't shower? You told us that you don't. Oh my God, it annoys me. But yeah, like, obviously I do. Look how long and healthy my hair is. It's like, you just can't go get a haircut.
Day 3 hair does not mean Amberlynn doesn't shower. It just means Amberlynn only washes her hair like once every 3 to 4 days. I've explained this. That's why my hair is long. That's why my hair is pretty, in my opinion. That's why it just works.
And by the way, Amber, if you actually were able, because you can hire people to come do your hair at your house now. I think it's like a little bit more of an expensive rate, but you could definitely get that service. That is a thing. And will Amber do that? No, she won't do that either. And it actually would be very beneficial to her if she were to cut her hair at some point. I recently chopped off, like, no joke, like 5 inches of my hair. And I feel so much better, you know? And then somebody mentions, like, oh, you look good with bangs. She's like, yeah, I actually agree with that. She's like, I would look good with bangs. But she refuses to, like, care for her hair or have her hair cared for by a professional, you know? Because I think she's embarrassed. Like, she's probably embarrassed of her living space. She's probably embarrassed of, like, the state of her hair, because when you get your hair done, you know, they get in there. So, I don't know. It's just very interesting that she talks about these things. It's like, we know why your hair is super long, and it's not because it's so wonderful and healthy, and it's also a genetic thing. Like, some people can't grow hair past a certain point, but it's certainly not because Amber's a healthy person. And then she starts talking about how she's been cooking a lot more lately, and proceeds to describe, like, 3 of the most disgusting meals I've ever heard in my life. And somebody was like, green beans from a can aren't healthy, because she was telling us how she makes, like, a red pasta sauce, like a marinara sauce, a bolognese, and she puts it with canned green beans.
Like meat sauce that you would have with spaghetti noodles. I like doing that with green beans. You guys have seen me do that. I know it sounds crazy, but the French cut green beans mixed in that, oh man.
What the hell? Like, this is why you don't like your own cooking, because you cook disgusting ass shit, man. That's so gross. What on earth? And so someone was like, canned green beans aren't healthy, girl. Like, what are you doing? She's like, I disagree, which I also disagree. I do think canned green beans are pretty much the same as regular green beans. But I also, like, don't think green beans are, like, the best vegetable you could get. You know, I feel like there's so many better options out there, like asparagus or something, right? Anyway, the one that I noted, the meal that I thought was the grossest, was the veggie patty with eggs and cheese. That's what she's been having for breakfast. She said she cooks an egg in a veggie patty, and then she, like, chops up the veggie patty and puts it with the eggs with cheese. Oh, just put some veggies in your fucking eggs, bro. Just, like, chop up a red onion, chop up a red pepper, even. Chop up a fucking mushroom and saute that with your eggs. Like, that's good. Do, like, a little, like, southwestern veggie omelet. What the hell? A veggie patty? What on earth? Okay, then a lovely audience member named Veronica says in the chat, Emily is her biggest hater. And by God, if that's not the goddamn truth. It's like, I was talking about this earlier, but it's like, she's like, I can forgive anyone for anything that they do to me, which is not true, because she'll never forgive reaction channels. But what she means is Emily. But Emily is the one that's causing all these issues in her life. Like, how does she not see it? It's all about just having someone to feed her ego, you know? It's really, really interesting. But Veronica, whoever you are, great point. That is the truth. Sorry. Yeah, she's like, oh, it's all hearsay, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not hearsay. It comes from your own girlfriends and your own channel. She goes on and on and on about, like, how reaction channels have created this character of her. Again, kind of like placing blame on reaction channels and her audience when all they are doing is observing her behavior. And I can agree that Rachel took it too far, but Rachel was getting information from someone who was close to you, okay? None of this is hearsay or just made up out of nowhere. And this character that you're talking about is how you present yourself on the internet. People aren't pulling this stuff out of their ass. They're basing it off of what they see from you. And it really annoys me that she's constantly, I don't know why I'm talking about this, I'm sorry. It just like, it helps me. It really annoys me though that she's constantly like trying to place blame elsewhere as opposed to just realizing that it's all coming from her unit, her universe. We are just watching and observing. And that's always been the case. Like when Michael B. Petty got online and started making reactions to Amberlynn, he was just reacting to the stuff that you were putting out on your channel and sort of like debunking your lies and your baloney. You know, like that's not creating a character. You are the character. You are who you choose to be. And Amber continues to choose to be a very bad person. Enough with blaming the audience and reaction channels. It's so silly. She brings up the Rarity situation again, and she keeps saying this statement as well. People think she did something to Rarity. It's like, no, Queen, we know you did something to Rarity. Something had to have happened to Rarity, and you were the only one there. So we know you did something to Rarity. We don't know what it is because you've changed your story 3 or 4 times, but we know that you had something to do with it. And usually when people lose a pet in some way, because I agree with her that it can happen, the story stays the same. Like maybe you were out with your dog and you were leaving the dog park and you were just trying to, I've seen this happen at the dog park, trying to clip the dog back on the leash, but Scout or whoever, your dog goes running and you're like, oh shit, and you gotta like take off. But that person, when they told that story about how the dog got loose, I'm sure it would stay the same. They wouldn't be like, first, I felt a cold breeze. Actually, no, just kidding. What happened was I smelt a cold, like, you know what I mean? Like, their story wouldn't change. So people know you've done something to your cat. We just don't know necessarily what it is. So I would think about Amber telling the truth about that. Because at this point, it can't get much worse unless you get on here and say, like, you physically hurt the cat. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just tell the truth and things will get better for you. My thing for Amber here is I want an example of when she's been a good person. I want her to tell us what she's done that makes her a good person. Does that make sense? Like, she thinks that we're seeing something that isn't real, that isn't true about her. Like, we're hearing rumors and none of that's true. Okay, so give me an example of what you are like then, IRL. What makes you a good person? That's my challenge for you, Amberlynn, if you're watching this. If you're watching my teeny tiny channel where I get 17 views. Give us an example of your kind behavior. And don't say, oh, I donated to the homeless for Christmas. Your mom did that, not you. Cut it out. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say for today. Just a few notes and things I wanted to discuss and get out there. I'm hoping that she actually does Vlogmas, because that's really what I like to watch, is her vlogs. So, I mean, it's just crazy that she's gone this long without vlogging, and she's literally told us that she's a vlog channel. It's like, well, I don't know, girl. I don't know about that. You actually have to do some work if you want to be a vlog channel. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I hope you like and subscribe. Pistachio hopes you like and subscribe too. And yeah, I hope you're having a fantastic week. I hope it goes well this week. We're getting closer and closer to those holidays. I was thinking, like, what if I did Vlogmas? Would anyone care? Well, anyway, I could do Vlogmas in tandem with Amberlynn and we can quit at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I hope you're having a good one. And I hope we talk soon. Okay? All right. Take care of yourself now. Bye-bye. I'm working on this right now. Can you tell what it is? I can't even tell what it is. Anyway. All right. I'm gonna go now.